Hello, guys. Good evening. Just give me a moment to check our audio and video. Let me just refresh it once again. It's not there. It's not there. Yes, it is. Hello. Hello. Yes, it is. Perfect. So we can start our session now. So, good evening, everyone. I welcome you all on Let's Crack JEE in English channel, and this is our practice session on probability. So, we'll be starting our session in a minute. We are just waiting for people to turn up, then we'll start. Meanwhile, if you guys are having any doubt, you can ask me anything relating to JEE syllabus, how to prepare, or maybe any doubts, anything. Okay, it's already 2:06 p.m. so we'll start our session. So this is our session on practice problems on probability. That's me, your mathematics educator, Nishant Khanduja. I graduated and post-graduated from IIT Bombay in aerospace engineering. I have been teaching IIT JEE aspirants over the last 8 years, and majorly I have taught private students where they literally gave up that they gave up on IIT JEE preparation. They realized that yes, they can't clear this examination. But when I met them, I worked according to their need, and luckily and obviously because of their hard work, finally they are in IITs. So what I mean to say here is the way I teach, the way I look after students personally, that make sure that they get a secured seat in IIT merit list, and that is our objective. No matter what goes wrong, we would make sure that yes, your selection happens. Okay, guys, so we will start here. So before we proceed, I request all of you guys to join these two Telegram channels, because on these two channels I deliver lectures, theoretical lectures, and we do practice problems also. So please join up, because all the updates and all the content related queries can be dealt here easily. So now when we were talking about, I would make sure that yes, your selection should happen for sure. So why I was saying this? Because the kind of experience you're going to have on this platform. And what is this? This is Unacademy's platform. This is an application where you get to attend live classes, and these live classes are having the best possible experience, the best possible online classroom experience, what you are not going to have on YouTube at all. Because here what we are going to have is, we are going to have the interaction with the educator. You can ask doubts from him, you can have a discussion, you can also answer the polls conducted by educator, you can also see the leaderboard, and when you see the leaderboard, you see the competition for you, and then you try to compete. So, and this is the necessity of this examination. You need to learn how to compete. Apart from that, yes, we also conduct weekly test series, daily practice problem sheets are there, quizzes are being conducted by educators. So in a way, I always call it that it would give you an offline classroom experience. Now, one more benefit which is which can't be compared with the offline classroom experiences. Now, what is that? So in offline classes, we need to wait to clear our doubt for the next day. Here, you do not need to wait for the next day. You can get your doubt clear. You can study whenever you feel like, because Unacademy gives you that option. Whenever you open this application, you would see there's any of these top educators will, or you can say any of these top educators is delivering live lectures. And this is the beauty about this. Whenever you feel like studying, you can go ahead and start your studies. Now, what to do for this? You need to first install an Unacademy learning app. When you install it, select your goal. What is that goal? cracking IIT JEE, and then choose plus, and post that press on get subscription. When you press on get subscription, we get options for 1, 3, 6, 12 and 24 months. I always suggest and I always recommend also that if a student is there in 11th class, then he must go for this 2 years package, whereas a student who is there in 12th or 13th, then he should go for this 1 year package. But now you might ask, sir, already this examination is about to come, so what should 12th or 13th students do? They should go for 6 months course, because I believe that this advance will be done by June for sure. So I want all of you to have the access of the application till the examination gets over, because you might want to do mock test, revision, doubt clearing session, so you can attend these sessions. So the 6 months package is also good for 12th and 13th students. Okay guys, now once you select your package, you need to punch a referral code here. Now what is this referral code? Referral code is NK001. When you press this, what you would be getting? You would be getting 10% discount, and the final prices would become this. For 1 year, it would be 34,650 rupees, whereas for 6 months, it would be 25,200 rupees. But for 2 years, it would be what? 50,400 rupees, and it is cost effective. If you just look at the price, you would see it is hardly what, 70 rupees per day. And this sort of amount we always spend in commuting to go to coaching institute, then coming back from coaching institute. So this is very nominal amount. So it's like I can say that you will be saving your offline coaching institute's money. Correct? You will be at home, you will be studying, in the care of your parents. So everything will be perfect. Now, next to plus, what you see is iconic. Now, what is this iconic? This iconic package has an extra price. Now, why this price is higher? The reason is very simple. The reason is because apart from top quality content, you will be getting the best guidance. Yes, the best guidance. You'll be having study planner, you'll also be having test analysis report, you'll be having personal mentor allocated to you. So when you have these things, what happens? Top quality content and the best guidance. When they merge, when they collaborate, what happens? The best possible result is certain for you guys. And this is what all we want, right? So the price for 2 years iconic is 90,000 rupees. For 1 year, it is 58,500 rupees, and for 6 months, it is 34,200 rupees. Okay, guys. So I would request you guys to join these, subscription or packages as soon as possible, because I do not want you guys to lose upon it, because the more you prepare, the better result you will get. So there is an announcement. So from 24th December onwards, a batch called Manzil, it has been started. And it is specifically for those students who are shifting from 11th to 12th class. Okay. And this is JEE rank booster batch, and this is specifically meant for people, those who are in 12th or 13th, and they feel that yes, their preparation is slightly lagging. They want to improve their speed. They want to make sure that whatever is left behind, they can cover. So for them, this package, this batch is made, JEE Rank Booster 2.0, and this batch also has been started on 24th of December, and this batch is being conducted by India's top faculties. Namo sir is there, Samir sir is there, Nishant Khanduja sir is there, Paras Thakur sir is there, Jayant sir is there. So stud people are there to teach you guys. So I would recommend go for this batch as soon as possible. Don't miss out on this. And whenever you join these batches, do make sure that you are going to put this code NK001, because when you will be putting this code NK001, what you will be getting? You'll be getting 10% off. Now there is one more announcement for the upcoming batches. So 2 batches are starting from tomorrow onwards. 28th of December, and here we are having quota's best faculties, and these two batches are especially for 11th and another one is for 12th class students. So people, those who have not registered for any batches and they are waiting for a new batch to start, this is the right time for you guys to start your journey. Don't wait for it. I do not want you to just miss out on this, because if you miss out on this, then it will be too late. And when then post that, if you try to join any of these batches, you would not find a ground for yourself, and this should not happen. Okay guys, so join these batches as soon as possible, and do remember that you are going to apply this code NK001. And these are the 3 test series for IIT JEE aspirants. One is JEE Main Super 30 test series, and where test is being conducted on every Friday at 10 a.m. We have JEE Advanced test series, and here we conduct 2 tests every alternate Sunday from 9 to 12. Another one is from 2 to 5. We are also having Unacademy Intelligence Quest, where we are having chapter wise daily practice problem sheets, and they are being given from Monday to Friday at 8 p.m. in the evening. So you can just enroll for these test series free of cost. Go to Unacademy application, then find test series and enroll for them. Okay guys, so now let's begin our today's session. So here is our first question. So let me just give you a brief about this session. So we'll be practicing random questions from this chapter called probability. So we'll be having conditional probability, we'll be having base theorem questions, also we are having normal questions, mutually dependent on mutually exclusive events. We're also having questions from independent events. So everything is there. I would request all of you guys to concentrate on the language and try to apply the right basics. So first I'll discuss the questions with you, then post that I'll give you the solution. So let's have our first question. The question says 12 balls are distributed among 3 boxes. The probability that the first box contains 3 balls is. Okay, now try to understand the question. Here the question says that your first box should have exactly what? 3 balls out of those 12 balls. And then we are not worried about what number of balls go to next 2 boxes. It could be any bifurcation. One box might have none of the balls, and the one might have all the 9 balls, remaining 9 balls. Okay, so we can have any possible option. So let's focus on our favorable event. Our favorable event is what? First box should have what? 3 balls. Now how to do this? Very easy. So for favorable event, for favorable events, outcomes, and then we have what? Total outcomes. So what is there in the total outcome? Tell me first. So now every ball, because balls are different, all 12 balls are different, so every ball has how many options? 3 options. So any ball can go to any of these boxes. So we are having 3 options for first ball, then for second ball also 3 options, and that's how we'll keep writing, and we'll be writing 3 how many times? 12 times. Here guys? Okay, now let's try writing the numerator. So what is the favorable event here? 3 balls in the first box. So let's pick out 3 balls from the first box. Done. Now again, now remaining 9 balls. Now remaining 9 balls, they have 2 options to choose. So every ball, so let's say first ball can choose, so it has got 2 options. So second ball also has 2 options. So similarly, 9th ball will also have 2 options. So we'll have 9 twos. They'll be multiplying like this. Okay, so let's solve it. So 12C3 into 2 raised to 9, upon 3 raised to 12. Do we have any option like this? No, we don't have. So let's do one thing, because obviously these two are not possible. Let's check for these. So 12 into 11 into 10 upon what? Upon 3 into 2. So 2 raised to 9 upon 3 raised to 12. This is 6, this is 2. So this 2 can go here, so we'll have 2 raised to 10, and here 110. And yes, we are having this sort of options. Look at this. If I take 3 raised to 2 from here, it will be what? 9, and this is 3 raised to 10. The final option is 110 by 9, 2 raised to 10 by 3 raised to 10. Okay, so our option A is correct. I hope this is clear with everyone. It's a very, very easy way to solve this question. See, I didn't find this question, tricky, but it was a very easy question. It's just, you need to sit, read the language, and then think. Okay, fine. So let's move to our next question. So our next question is this. A natural number is chosen at random from the first 100 natural numbers. The probability that x plus 100 by x will be what? More than 50 is. Now, when you read this question, what exactly hit your mind? Tell me. See, when I was reading this question, so what I felt is that we have to find x in such a manner that x should satisfy this inequality. So once I get those values of x, then they'll be what? They'll be my favorable outcomes. Correct? Once I know the favorable outcomes, I can easily calculate the probability. So let's try solving this inequality. So what exactly it is? X square minus of 50x plus 100 more than 0. Now when you try solving it, so what exactly you get is x minus, so what I'll do is minus b, so 50 plus root of 2500 minus of 4ac. So 4ac will be what? 400 here, and then by 2. Another is x plus 50, sorry, x minus, my bad, x minus minus of root 2500 minus 400 by. Here guys, I hope this is clear with everyone. So now if I write this inequality again, so how will I write it? So I'll be writing it like this: x minus divided by this, so 25 minus of root of what? Root of 525, and then we have x minus 25 plus root of 525 more than 0. Clear? So now let's check out the options. So obviously when I draw on a real number line, and here it is clearly mentioned that this x is what? Natural number. So let's calculate the value of this. So 525, so 23, obviously we have 576, so 24 square, then we have 23, so let's check for 23. So this is what? 9, then we have 6, and then we have what? 6, and this is 4. So 9 to 529. So it is somewhere very close to 23, but lesser than 23. So approximately I can say, so this will be what? X minus 25 minus what? 23. So approximately 48. So something slightly lesser than 48. So this is 48. So here is our point, slightly lesser than 48. Then this is what? Minus of 25, minus of 25. Then we have 23. So minus of 2. So slightly more than 2. So point is somewhere here. So when I check the solution, so according to the inequality, solution should be this set. So if I check this set, so how many natural numbers am I having? So I'll be having what? From here I'll be having 1 and 2. only 2. And from here, I'll be having what? I'll be having 48, 49, until I'll be having what? 100. So here I am having what? 53 natural numbers. Here I'm having only 2 natural numbers. So favorable outcomes. So probability will be what? Favorable outcomes. So 53 plus 2 upon what? Upon 100 options are there. So 55. So if I divide by 5, what do I get? I'll be getting what? 11 by 20. So which option is correct? Do we have any option? Yes, we are having one option. C. Correct. Right? Simple question. Yes, I do know. So let's move to our next question. The next question is, 2 dices are rolled one after the other. Okay, 2 dices are rolled one after the other. We have to find the probability that the number on the first is smaller than the number on the second is. So now, if you see this question, this is, you can say, see, this question can be solved in 2 ways. The 2 ways is basically one where you can easily do favorable upon total, or if you want, you can do it using your I would say using dependent and independent events. Yes, using dependent and mutually exclusive events. So for an example, what I mean to say is, see, one way is when it says 2 dices are rolled one after the other, the probability that the number on the first is smaller than the number on the second. So in one approach, so in approach number 1, I can solve it using mutually exclusive events and dependent events. There are going to be mutually exclusive cases, and then in those cases we are going to have what? Dependent events. Or in the other ways, I can just just make a table where I can see what all favorable options are there. So that would be a very simple way. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 and 6. Similarly here, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 and 6. So here you can easily make your grid, and you can just fill this is, let's say, this is your first dice outcomes, and this is your second dice outcome. So you can easily write down the outcomes. So I'll be very honest with you. So let's say if I fill it up, so how will I fill it up? So first will be, let's say, I'll be writing what? I'll be writing a row, then a column, row and column. So as you can see, so all the options which are just above this diagonal, they'll be a part of the favorable thing, correct? So how many options are there? So you can say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, exactly 15 options. So 15 by 36, if you do, you'll be getting what? 5 by 12. This is very easy method to solve this question, very easy method. Okay, so you can directly mark D. But let's say if you are one of those who can't think about this making grid and all, then how can you approach this question? So mutually exclusive cases could be when first dice is giving you what? 1. So if first dice is giving you 1, so options available are, so when first dice is giving you 1, so then you can create what? Dependent events. Are you getting it? So what I mean to say is, see, if first dice gets 1, so obviously then you will go for limited number of options available for second case, right? So that's how you can solve it. So what I mean to say is, so in that case, so how many mutually exclusive cases are going to be there? So first dice when it is giving you the output 2, first dice when it is giving you the output 3, first dice when it is giving you the output 4, first dice when it is giving you the output 5. But first dice can't give you 6, because the moment it can give you 6, so all the numbers possible on your second dice, they can't be more than the first dice number. So obviously we can't create cases there. But here, if you want to write it down, so see, for first dice that we should get 1. So what is the probability of that? 1 by 6. Okay. The moment you get 1 by 6, so now the favorable outcome for the second dice, that changes. Now favorable outcomes are 5, correct? And then we have out of 6 options. So this is your second case. Similarly here first dice should show what? 2. The moment it shows 2, so we have available options 3, 4, 5 and 6. So basically 4 options. Here also 1 by 6, then we have available option 3 options. 1 by 6, then we have got available options what? Only 2 options available. When we have 5, then only 1 option is available. Now since these are mutually exclusive cases, so you can just add them up. So if you try to add them up, so what exactly you will be getting is 36 divided by what? 5 plus 4 plus 3 plus 2 plus 1. So 6 plus 4, 10, 10 plus 5, 15. 15 by 36, 5 by 12. So either ways you can solve this question. It's a very easy, both are easy ways to solve. It is entirely dependent upon how our mind functions. Okay, so that is completely dependent upon the individual's mind. So I would not stop you guys to choose any of these ways, but certainly the first approach, the grid approach, is the shortest approach where you can solve this question peacefully in minimum time. So let's go forward and solve the question. So this question says, in a certain town 40% of the people have brown hair, 20% have brown eyes, and 15% have both brown hair and brown eyes. So how will I write? So probability of getting brown hair people is what? 0.4. Probability of getting brown eyes, we are having what? 0.25. Then probability of having brown hair intersection brown eyes is what? 0.15. Clear? Now let's read the question ahead. It says, if a person selected at random from the town has got what? Brown hair. So we chose a person, we found he has got brown hair. Then we have to find the probability that he has got brown eyes too. Don't you think it's a conditional probability question? Yes, indeed it is a conditional probability question. So how would you write it? What exactly you need to find out? You need to find out the probability of finding the brown eyes given this has got what? Brown hair. Clear? So how will we write it? We write whatever is given, we write down its probability in the denominator. So probability of having brown hair, then probability of brown hair intersection, probability of what? So probability of brown hair intersection brown eyes. Clear? So we already know these values, it is given to us. So what it is? Brown hair is what? 0.4, and this is what? 0.15. So this is cancel out, so 15 by 40, so 3 by 8. So do we have an option like this? Yes, B. Done. Very easy question. This sort of questions, they can come in JEE mains peacefully. Okay, let's move to our next question. One more question, conditional probability question, but this is specifically from Bayes' theorem. So now let's read it, and I'll make you understand that why I'm saying that it is a Bayes' theorem question. So the question says, a doctor is called to see a sick child. The doctor knows prior to the visit that 90% of the people 90% of the sick children in that neighborhood are sick with the flu. So we can say that probability of having flu is what? 0.9. Fine. Let's read ahead. While 90% are sick with measles. So 10%, while 10% are sick with what? Measles. A well-known symptom of measles is a rash. Okay, and that is denoted by what? R. The probability of having a rash for a child sick with the measles is 0.95. What it says the probability of having a rash. So probability of having a rash given the child is having what? Measles is what? 0.95. So that means if a person is having measles, then it is 95% chances are there that he would be having what? Rash. So that is what it says. And read again. However, occasionally children with the flu also develop a rash with conditional probability that rash will happen if someone is having what? Flu. That probability is what? 0.08. Upon the examination of the child, the doctor finds a rash. Okay, so see, this is a given event. This has already happened. Doctor finds a rash. So that means child has got the rash. Then what is the probability that the child has the measles? So don't you think it is a conditional probability question? Something has already happened, and then we have to find the child's is having what? Measles. So we have to find this probability. So what exactly we need to find out? We need to find out the probability of having measles given someone is having what? Rash. Okay, so we need to find out this. So how exactly we are going to find it? It is very easy. First we will be writing what? Probability of having rash. Then probability of measles intersection rash. Simple. Let's start it. So probability of having rash. So rash can happen to a child in two ways. Either he is having flu or measles. So let's say if he is having flu. So chances of having a flu is what? 0.9. Then if you are caught up with measles, then what is the chance that you might have rash? 0.08. Because it is dependent. Similarly here, 0.1% chances for measles. Then if you are having what? Measles, then you have what? 0.95% chance for the rash. And let's come for this. Having measles and rash both. So first person needs to have measles. So 0.1% is multiplied with what? 0.95. Okay, so one observation. So whatever is being written in the numerator, that particular term will certainly be there in the denominator. So that is one of my observations. You can just find it in every question you see. Whatever we write in the numerator, that term is there in the denominator, written as one of the probabilities of mutually exclusive cases. Let's solve it further. Let's remove the decimals. So finally we are going to have what? 95 upon 72 plus 95. So it is what? 95 upon 7167. Do we have any option like this? Yes, we do have. D. D is the correct answer. Right? Simple question. Yes, indeed. It was a very simple question. So let's move to our next question. Okay. Now read it. A bag contains 20 coins. So a bag is having what? 20 coins. The probability that the bag contains exactly 4 biased coin is what? 1 by 3. So bag will have what? 4 biased coin. So the probability of having 4 biased coin is what? 1 by 3 probability. And it will have exactly 5 biased coin. So the probability of that is 2 by 3. So only these are the two possible cases of having biased coins. Then we have to find the probability that all the biased coins are sorted out from the bag in exactly 10 draws is. Oh, so what it says, so in exactly 10 draws you should be able to pull out all the biased coins. So remember this, exactly 10 draws. So how will you do this question? So obviously when you read it, so you have to draw all the biased coins. So there could be two cases. What are those two cases? One case will be either I'm going to have what? 4 biased coins, or either 4 biased or 5 biased coins. Clear? Now let's try to find out the probability when this bag is having 4 biased coins. So what will I do? First of all, I'll write down the favorable outcomes. So now just try to think. So we have to finish this sorting out all the biased coin in exactly 10 draws. That means the final biased coin should be pulled out in the last draw. That means in the 10th draw. So before that, we should be able to pull out the remaining biased coins. So let's take the first case when we are having 4 biased coins. So let's assume that yes, this is having what, 4 biased coins. So out of those 4, I'll be pulling out first 3 biased ones. Okay, clear? Now once I'm done with that, then I am having, out of 9, I am having what, remaining 6. So 6 should be pulled out from the unbiased coins. So out of 16 unbiased coins, I should be able to pull out 6 unbiased coins. And having a bag which is having 4 biased coin, the probability of that is what, 1/3. Correct? Now till 9 it is done. Now for the last one, this is the biased one. And how many total coins are left in the bag? 11 coins. So out of those 11 coins, I have to pick which one? Only the biased one. That means the only one option is there, then 11th. And in denominator, what we'll be writing? So this is the probability we need to calculate. So out of 20 coins, we need to pull out only 9 coins like this. Then the final one should be pulled out like this. Clear? Hi Falcon's Beak. Sir, what sequence I should follow for algebra revision? I would say go ahead with first quadratic. Then if you're done with quadratic, then sequence and series. Then do PNC, then probability, then determinant. Then you can go for complex numbers. So that's just follow this way. Now 5 biased coins. So probability of having a 5 biased coin in the bag is what? 2/3. Okay. Now first I'm going to pull out what? 9 coins. So out of those 9, I should be pulling out 5 biased coin out of 5. So 4 biased coin out of 5. Then from remaining 15 unbiased coin, I should pull out exactly 5 unbiased coins. So that the summation is what? 9 coins have been pulled out. For the remaining one, again 1/11. Clear, guys? Just wait for a minute. 15, correct. 15, yes, absolutely right. I'm having 1 is incorrect and 10 correct. Yes, 1/11. Here, so since these are the 2 mutually exclusive cases, so I'll be adding them up. So when I add them up, so I can take 1/33 as common. So what is left for me is 4 into 16C6 plus we have 5 times 15C5 and then 20C9, and this is multiplied with 2 also, so I can write 10 here. 10. Do we have any option like this? So we are having what? 1/11, 15C6, 20C, so it should be multiplied with 10/3, so it is not the correct answer. Then we have this also 5/10, 16. No, this is also not the correct answer. And then 2/33. So 2/33, if I pull out 2 from here, so it should be what? 2 into 16C6 plus 5 times 15C5. Oh, so there is 2 missing. There is 2 missing here. So obviously this can't be the option. So correct option is D. Okay, guys. So correct option is D. Falcon's Beak. You can also do a few probability questions with me if you have time. Now let's move to our next question. The next question says A and B toss a fair coin each simultaneously 50 times. So A and B both are tossing 2 coins simultaneously, and they are going to toss these 2 coins 50 times together. Then you have to find the probability that both of them will not get tail at the same toss is. Okay. So what we need to find out that for all the 50 trials, we should not have same tail for both. So now let's talk about only one case first. So now for the first case, we are not going to have what? Tail on both the outcomes. So both A and B, they should not have tail. So what is the probability of not getting a tail in first trial? So we are exactly going to have what? How many outcomes? 4 outcomes. Now why I'm saying this, I'll show you. So A can have head and tail. Similarly, B can also have head and tail. So if I just check the possible outcomes, they could be head head, head tail, tail head, and tail tail. So not having tail on both trials, so we are having what favorable cases? 3 favorable cases. So these are the 3 favorable cases for that, and total outcomes 4 outcomes. And this should happen how many times? 50 times. Correct? So not having tails at the same toss for both. This is the probability for that. Then again we should have the same. Again same. So what should be a correct answer? Our correct answer should be 3 by 4 raised to what? 50. The correct answer is what? A. That's it. Simple. Falcon's beak. Don't you think it's a very easy question? It is just the language that is slightly difficult. Otherwise, the question was very, very easy. Now let's move to another question. Okay. Now let's read it. It says A, B, and C be 3 mutually independent events. 3 mutually independent events. Consider that 2 statements S1 and S2. One statement says A and B, so A and B union C are independent. Another says A and B intersection C are independent. Then we have to comment on these options, whether they are true or false. Okay, so how will I solve this question? The easiest way to solve this question is better we draw the Venn diagram. So when it says that A, B, and C, they are 3 mutually independent events. That means one's occurrence is not changing the probability for another one, right? So like this. Now just see. When this A is independent, so all 3 are like independent, mutually independent events. Now B union C, so this sort of thing. So B union C, and in these 2 events, okay. And it says A and B union C are independent. Obviously, because when these 2 are independent with this, so obviously it will be independent. I'm using Venn diagram just to check. Now B intersection C, that will be what? Phi. Now phi and this A, yes, obviously they'll be independent too. So that means A option should be correct. Both S1 and S2 should be correct. Now this is the Venn diagram I used. Now people might ask, sir, we do not want to use Venn diagram. We don't have that, thinking that we can, think about Venn diagram. It would not, just click us in the examination. So what exactly we should do? What you can do is, another way to solve this question is, so it says mutually independent event. So that means probability of A union B, if you want to write. So how will you write it? Probability of A into probability of B. Similarly, you can write probability of B intersection A. So let's say C, my bad, C. This will be what? Probability of B into probability of C. In a similar fashion, you can write probability of C intersection A will be what? Probability of C into probability of A. Now one more statement. Probability of A intersection B intersection C will be what? Probability of A into probability of B into probability of C. Simple. Okay guys. Now you guys can use these information to comment on this. So to check whether you are going to have probability of A intersection B union C. See, if it says they are independent, so you should get what? You should get probability of A into probability of B union C. This you should get. Correct, guys? If they are independent. So what you can do is, you can use these given information to prove this. So you need to check for this. If you get the left hand side equal to right hand side, then you can say yes, they are indeed independent. In similar fashion, you can also prove this. Probability of A intersection B intersection C. Oh, luckily, yes, it is already given to us since they are mutually independent events. So this will be what? Probability of A, B and C. It is already given to us. So by default, S2 is already given statement. It is true. We only need to check for S1. That's it. And that you can easily check. You can easily check for that. Okay, guys. So shall we move ahead? Fine. Let's move ahead. The question is, a box contains tickets numbered from 1 to 10. So 1 to 20. So you have 20 tickets. 3 tickets are drawn from the box with the replacement. So whenever you draw, you keep it back. Draw, you keep it back. So this is what it means. The probability that the largest number on the ticket is 7. So to find the probability that the largest number on the ticket should be what? 7. It should not be beyond 7. Tell me how many cases are possible. So as I can think of, there are 3 cases possible. Now what are these 3 cases? So when it says largest number should be 7, so it might happen that we have only one draw where we are having in one draw where we are having what? We are having 7. Exactly one draw where we are having what? 7. Another case could be 2 draws where we are having 7, and in rest that means only in one, the remaining one we can have any value lesser than 7. Okay. The third case could be, so 3 draws are having 7. Correct, guys? So it's like first case when only one draw is having 7 and rest 2 draws are having lesser number than 7. Second case could be 2 draws are having 7, then the third one is having lesser number than 7, and 3 draws all are having 7. Here, guys. So now let's solve this question. So one draw. So which one draw should have 7? So for that we will be having what? 3C1. So we'll pick out 1 and that will be having what? Only 7. So the probability for that will be what? 1 by 20. Here. Now for the remaining 2s, the probability could be what? 6 favorable outcomes, then 20 total, 6 by 20. So this is the probability. Then again, since these are 3 mutually exclusive cases for 2 also, so again we'll pick out first 2 draws. Those are going to have 7. So 1 by 20, 1 by 20, then 6 by 20. And the third one is when all 3 are having 20. Let's try calculating them. This is what? 20 cube. So this is what? 3 into 36. So this is 108 plus 6 into 6. So 6 into 3 actually. 6 into 3. So 18 plus 1. So the correct answer is what? 18. This 126, 127. 127 divided by 20 cube. Do we have any option like this? No, we don't. So option D is correct. Okay, guys. It was also a very easy question. So there is another way to solve this question also. Another way could be, so what you can do is, first you can find the probability of having numbers lesser than or equal to 7. So all 3 draws can have values lesser than 7 or equal to 7. So for that, probability will be what? 720, 7 by 20, 7 by 20, and 7 by 20. Now from this, if I exclude the cases where I'm having all the numbers, or all the cases where I'm having maximum number is 6, right? Maximum number is 6 or lesser than that. So this will be the probability for those cases. I'm just reducing them. If you solve this also, you will be getting the same answer. So 7 cube minus 6 cube upon 20 cube. We will be solving it. So what exactly will be getting it? This is our approach number 2. So 7 minus a cube minus b cube. So 7 minus 6. So 1 into 7 square plus b square plus ab. So 42 and 20 cube. If you solve this, you'll be getting the same answer. 49 plus 36. 49 plus 30, 79, 85, 85, and yes, 127 upon 20 cube. Same answer. So these are the two approaches by which you can solve this question peacefully. Okay guys, I hope you understood it. If you have any question, you can certainly ask. Let's move ahead. Okay, this is one more question. So this question says, whenever horses A, B, C race together, their respective probabilities of winning the race are 0.3, 0.5 and 0.4. If they race 3 times, the probability that the same horse wins all the 3 races, the probability that A, B, C each wins 1 race are respectively. So we have to find out 2 probabilities. One probability is when they are going to race 3 times, then the same horse wins all the 3 races. Same horse wins all the 3 races. So tell me, what could be the case here? There are going to be 3 cases for this. When it says the same horse wins all the 3 races, so one case will be when A wins all the 3 races. All the 3 races. When B wins all the 3 races, and when C wins all the 3 races. And all these 3 cases are what? Mutually exclusive cases. So how to calculate the probability? So probability when same horse wins 3 races. So probability of A winning all 3 races is what? 0.3 cube. Similarly for B also 0.5 cube and 0.2 cube. So this will be what? 27 by 1000. This is 125 by 1000 and plus 8 by 1000. So if I take the LCM, so what exactly I'll be getting is 27, 152, 152, 160. So 16 by 100, 4 times, so 4 by 25 for this sword. Do you have any option like this? 4 by, so 8 by 50, 8 by 50 could be, yes, 8 by 50, or 16 by 100 is also there. Okay, so just wait for it. So this could be one of the possible options, this could be one of the possible options, so just hang. So let's check for A and B. So now let's check the second probability. It says the probability that A, B, C each wins 1 race are respectively. What? Each wins 1 race. So when each wins 1 race, so exactly if you think what exactly is going to happen is, so 1 race will be won by, let's say, A, then second will be won by B, then C. Now obviously the arrangement, we have to look after that. So how can we look after that? It's very easy. We need to just multiply with what? 3 factorial, that's it. So let's multiply with 3 factorial and then write down the probability. So 3 factorial into probability of A winning the 1 race. So 0.3, for B it is this, and 0.2. So if I solve it further, so 1000 again. So 6 into 3 into 5 into 2 upon 1000. So 10, okay, cancel out. So we have what? 18 by this 100. 18 by 100 means 9 by 50. Which option is correct? Obviously this A option. A is having both the options correct. That's it. Easy question, right? So just see, we need to read the language and try to understand what are mutually exclusive cases, what are the independent or dependent events. So once we figure out them, it becomes very easy for us to write down the answer. Otherwise, if you're having doubts regarding the mutually exclusive cases or mutually inclusive cases, dependent events, independent events, if you can just bifurcate them, if you can't specifically find out them, then you would find difficulty for sure. If you have any difficulty finding them out, I would request you guys to watch my lectures on probability on JEE Quest channel. So that lecture is in Hindi. So I hope if you can just manage Hindi, then yes, certainly you can watch that and try having a better understanding about these cases. Once the theory is good, then it would be very easy for you to solve the questions. Now let's move ahead. And that's it. We are done for today's session. Okay guys, so why we are having this slide? I'll tell you the reason. The reason is because I conduct free special classes. Okay, where exactly these free special classes are? These classes are on Unacademy's application. As I said, these classes are what? Free classes. So how you guys can access it? For that, you need to first install Unacademy's application. When you install it, search for my profile, Nishant Khanduja. When you find my profile, you can just follow my profile first. Then go for my playlist, press on any video. When you press on any video, it would ask a code or a promo key. And there you need to punch only this, NK001. You just need to punch this. You do not need to pay anything. You just need to punch this. That's it. The moment you punch NK001, you'll be able to access my live videos, my recorded videos. So now when we are talking about live videos, so when exactly I'm going to have next free special class? Tonight. Tonight when? At 4 past 8. 4 past 8 p.m. So remember this time, 4 past 8 p.m. About what? Trigonometric equations. So today we'll be solving what? Trigonometric equations. So would love to see you guys there. So do come to attend my class and to learn a lot. And this is also one announcement regarding my one-shot revision series video. So tomorrow, so that is basically Monday. So on Monday, I am going to have ellipse chapters revision. So in this video, we'll be covering theory related to ellipse. We'll also be covering a few conceptual questions, and then we'll be finishing this conic sections part. So those who find difficulty in ellipse, they can come tomorrow on JEE Quest channel at 11:30 a.m. So would love to see you guys there and would love to teach you them. Okay guys, if you have liked my videos, I would request you guys to just like it and share it with your friends. And this is the channel Let's Crack JEE in English. You subscribe it because you will keep getting notification for the new videos. And if you have any comment regarding my video, if you want me to teach you guys any new specific topic, you can just leave a comment. I'll read them and I'll respond to them. And those who want to learn maths deep, in depth from me, those who want to fall in love with maths with me, they can come on Unacademy's platform and they can buy Plus or Iconic subscription. And while buying Iconic or Plus subscription, do remember to use my code NK001. If you are going to use this code NK001, you'll be getting 10% off, and I'll also be getting the notification that my students, they have come on the platform. And that's what I need. I need to know who all are my students, those who are going to be there on Unacademy and they want to study from me. Okay. So bye bye guys, take care. Would love to see you guys tomorrow once again with another session. So till then, bye bye, take care. If you have any doubt, you can just leave a comment. And those who want to attend, those who want to study the next session, they can directly come to Unacademy's application using my code NK001. So tonight we'll be covering what? Trigonometric equations. So bye bye guys, we'll see you guys on Unacademy's platform tonight at 4 past 8 p.m. for trigonometric equations. Bye bye guys.